Hey guys, Evil Spirit here, making a kind of like lesser, not really as important video instead of trying to make this a big edited spectacle like I plan to do with some other videos on my backlog that I want to make. I wanted to make a kind of video going over my thoughts on the PvZ franchise because, in all honesty, I think I'm done. I think Replanted was finally the straw that broke the camel's back, and I wanted to go over everything about Plants vs. Zombies. This includes where I thought the series went downhill. This isn't a well-constructed, how did PvZ die, or what killed Plants vs. Zombies, but this is more of a I'm done video. I'm done supporting this franchise, and I'm done holding out hope that they would keep this franchise alive and would actually do something and make it fun again. And where I wanted to start with is Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville, which I know a lot of people like this game. I definitely get it. It can be probably fun with friends, but guys, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like this game. Gets rid of all the classes of Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 1 and 2, busted mechanics, the fact they shadow dropped it, the fact that, like, this game just feels like a worse version of Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2. And what shocks me is the fact that it didn't have to be this way. Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville could have been a good game, a good spin-off from the Garden Warfare games, but they didn't do that. And I feel like that was the step in the wrong direction. That was Plants vs. Zombies' very first misstep. And hopefully, with this being known, that them knowing that this didn't work, maybe we could get a Garden Warfare 3. Maybe we could get a new Plants vs. Zombies game that is worth our time and effort and money. And then, I think a couple years later, PopCap, I believe San Diego, or I think Montreal, or, hold on, let me make sure. Sorry, I know this is very weird, but one of the headquarters, for PopCap, and they shut down one of the, yes, PopCap Vancouver was shut down, and it led to, and that was like the same studio that made the Garden Warfare games. Vancouver, if I remember correctly, was the studios that made it, that was the ones who were working on stuff like Garden Warfare and Battle for Neighborville. And it was shut down kind of a while ago, and wait, it was hold on one second. Okay, so it was like their Vancouver branch that made the original two Garden Warfare games, that were dissolved, and basically, it just makes no sense. They did fine. I really enjoyed both of them. But then, you know, Battle for Neighborville came out, and it just felt like nothing. And then, you know, I understand that, it's just kind of weird to say that it's, I just find it odd. It's just odd. That basically this one studio made two good first-person shooters, then made a third one, then was dissolved and gone, and, you know, whatever. And then there is now Plants vs. Zombies 3, which, oh boy, there's a lot to discuss here. From shitty beta after shitty beta, from news about it never happening, to a whole 10 years, 13 years now, we do not have a way to play Plants vs. Zombies 3. And by the time this video probably comes out, which is probably November, this gone. You can't play this game anymore. And I think the reason, or the main reason, is they don't know what to do after how well Plants vs. Zombies 2 did. But I don't think that is a good reason at all. Just because you don't know what to do after Plants vs. Zombies 2 doesn't mean that you should try stealing ideas that were from fans. Like Plants vs. Zombies Fusion was a game that was made, and then they basically took that concept and made it this one. And now with everything from a very horribly made survey that RCCH has a good video going over all of it on his channel, to literally having a plant-based battle pass where you can already spend $100 on the game. Yet guess what? It doesn't even matter because the game won't even be on for that long. Even counting how long Plants vs. Zombies 3 has been in development, we don't know and we will never know. But I'm just saying, it's ridiculous that they just can't seem to do anything right with this franchise. And I know it's harsh to say that. There are only 2 games, but it's Plants vs. Zombies 3. It's the 3rd game in what could have been an easy, like, 50 games. I'm just saying. To also add to the fact, Plants vs. Zombies has not only been under a lot of stuff, but Plants vs. Zombies 3 was easily everybody's like, we want this game. You know, and now nobody cares. Nobody can even play it. It's not even available. There's no way to play the earlier betas unless you find like a fan game that tried to redo it. And that is sad. I think, genuinely, I don't know what this franchise can do that can make itself look more embarrassing. And when I say that, Plants vs. Zombies Replanted was announced. And then we can discuss that. So Plants vs. Zombies Replanted, a game that genuinely should have made everybody go, we are so back. And you know, it did. For like the first 2 months of it being revealed, everybody was excited and everybody wanted to play PvZ Replanted. I'm not even lying to you, this was probably me and Guy Who Exists, who's a good friend of mine. We were both very excited to see what this game was, what this game will have in store. We were going to pre-order it. I pre-ordered it on Switch. We were all so excited. But that 1 week before launch just ruined it. Ruined it. Ruined it. Because we got to see what was actually this game's main thing. AI upscaling, horrible glitches that was never even in the original game, to a team that only didn't really develop anything with the franchise. And then not only that, they only had 6 months to make it. Genuinely was one of the most heartbreaking disappointments that day. I took time off work to play it, and when I did, oh boy, do I regret it, because that game was not worth an entire day. The fast forward button fiasco, no dynamic music, all the AI upscaling art that was being leaked, like from Pogo Zombie to, you know, Squash, and all these other plants. From the literal issue I found during my playthrough was literally the fact that Cloudy Day is just reskinned levels that you can't even play in RIP mode because they will tell you a lie. I'm genuinely shocked Plants vs. Zombies Replanted was the final nail in the coffin, the final splash to the face, that made me realize that this series is done. I can't, in good faith, take anything PopCap makes anymore seriously. And that's not even mentioning any of the other games that they made, which I think they've only been working on PvZ. Let me know down in the comments if I'm wrong about that. But I just don't care about this franchise anymore. And also, all the updates to Plants vs. Zombies 2, you know, and then the mobile port of Plants vs. Zombies 1. There are so many issues that I cannot explain in one singular video, but there's so many problems. I wanted just to make a short video about this because I felt like I just need to get it off my chest. So hopefully you guys enjoyed listening to this kind of rant, kind of just normal video I wanted to make. I promise I'll actually get another review out before the end of the year. I have a FNAF 3 video in the works. Yes, another FNAF video, but hopefully you guys enjoy. And I'll see you all whenever I decide to make next. Goodbye.